Hey guys, coming at you from Mrs. Sinkowski's kitchen. I am going to do a demo of overnight pancakes today, just day one. But before we started, I just wanted to do a quick little science experiment with you guys because we're going to be using baking powder in our recipe today. So a lot of recipes call for either baking powder or baking soda, so I just wanted to do a quick little lesson on the difference between the two of them, and then show you how you can check to make sure that your baking powder and baking soda are still good to use and haven't expired. So baking soda and baking powder are both leavening agents, which means that they help make products rise. So the main difference between the two of them, because they do look very similar, baking soda, in order for the reaction to take place and to make the product rise, needs to be mixed with an acidic ingredient, whereas baking powder simply needs to be mixed with a liquid ingredient because the acid's already within the baking powder. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can check to make sure that your baking powder and baking soda are still good before you use them, because if they're not good, then your product's not going to turn out the way that it's supposed to. So starting with baking soda, all you need to do is get a small bowl and just spoon a little bit in there. Okay, remember baking soda needs an acid to mix with it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of vinegar, it doesn't matter what kind you have, and I'm just going to pour the vinegar in there. And you can see and hear the bubbles. So that means that your baking soda is still good, and whenever it mixes with that acid, it will make your product rise. So my baking soda is good. Let's check the baking powder. So we have our baking powder. I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm going to spoon some into our bowl. Now remember, I said with baking powder you don't need an acid, you simply need water. So I'm just going to add some water to this. I'm going to put my vinegar away. Now it's not as intense as it would be with vinegar, but when you add the water to that, you can see that it's still bubbling. So it's still good to use. If you did this and you weren't mixing it, or it wasn't bubbling up as much, or not doing anything at all, that means you should buy new baking soda and baking powder. So there's your quick lesson for the day. Thanks.